It's better late than never to know about these exciting sci-fi and fantasy book releases. Hey guys, I'm Jessie, and today I have 10 super exciting fantasy book releases that are coming out in the month of January. I know this is a little late, but some of these are already going to be out by the time you're watching this video, and that's okay. You can still go check them out, even if it's a couple days after the release date. I do have a blog post with even more new releases that you can check out. I'll link down below. It's got like a bunch of them. But I wanted to keep these videos limited to just like 10 this year, because last year I was doing, the monthly releases videos, and I would have 10, 15, 20, 30, like I would have way too many books, and I just can't, the videos got too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm picking out the ones that sound like the most exciting, or maybe that have the most hype, maybe not even necessarily that I'm the most excited about, definitely picking out the ones that I'm most excited about, but even ones that have like a whole bunch of hype, whatever. And I'm just picking out like the top 10, and then the rest of them you can see in the blog post on my website in all of these monthly videos. So definitely a little change up from last year, but still gonna be sharing monthly exciting releases with you guys. Hopefully in a more timely manner this time. So we're just gonna jump right in. The first book comes out on January 2nd, which that means it is already out. I actually already own a copy of it. And that is Dark Star Burning, Ash Falls White by Emily Winslow. This is the sequel to Song of Silver Flame Like Night, which came out last year and was actually one of my top favorite books of the year. This is the second book, but it is a duology, so it is also the end of this series. It is a Chinese-inspired YA fantasy, but it is definitely an older YA age range of things. I would totally recommend this. It does have romance in it, but it's not super cheesy. It's very Gods Among Us, because they're trying to bring back these demon gods. It's so good, and I'm very excited to see where this book ends up. All right, the next one comes out on the 16th of January, and that is So Let Them Burn, and this is by Camilla Cole. This is the first book in what's called the Divine Traders series, and it says that it says whip, smart, and immersive. It is a Jamaican-inspired fantasy following a God's blessed heroine who's forced to choose between saving her sister and protecting her homeland. I think this is one of the books that was involved in that review bombing scandal with the one author whose book got like unpublished, or she lost her publishing deal because she was being like real shady online and on Goodreads and like review bombing people coming out the same month as her. I know little. Like, I've been so busy, I haven't been around the stuff lately. But I'm pretty sure this is one of the books that was like involved in that, where like that was getting review bombed, and I'm like, why? Because this sounds absolutely amazing. It's just, in the cover is absolutely gorgeous, which, so whatever, like, I just wanted to go ahead and say I think that that's one of them, so definitely check this one out, because that's really crappy to happen to somebody on their debut, right? Like, hey, we're gonna hype each other up, and then, like, get crapped on by somebody that's releasing at the same time as you. Like, no. A rising tide lifts all boats. There's no reason to bring other people down to bring yourself up. Bring everybody up with you. The next one, also coming out on the 16th, is Pillar of Ash by H.M. Long. And I think this is the fourth book in this series, but if I remember right, like, all the books are, like, connected, but they're not, like, direct sequels. Like, you can read them individually. So, like, Hall of Smoke was the first one, which I read and I really liked. I haven't read any of the others, but I want to. It says this is the conclusion to the Hall of Smoke saga, so maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like different characters. It says, Isuke, a healer and daughter of the warrior priestess Hessa, holds the balance of power in the world-shattering war of the gods in this thrilling and mythical, emotional, epic fantasy saga. Now, I probably need to go back and reread Hall of Smoke. I'm pretty sure these are, like, interconnected standalones that, like, combine together, but I could be absolutely wrong. Either way, excited for this series. Then coming out also on the 16th, we have Beast of War by Anya Gray. This is the final book, I think is the final book in the trilogy of Beasts of Prey? Yeah, Beasts of Prey is the name of the series. I couldn't remember the series name. I do have the first book, and I really want to read it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm excited because it's going to be a completed series now, and I'll be like, oh, I can read them all. Because, like, I'm cool with starting a series and reading a series as it comes out. So some of my favorite books I don't have a second book to yet. But it's also really fun when you can binge the whole series, right? So this comes out on the 16th. It's the conclusion, and I'll probably binge the whole series. The next one actually comes out on the 18th of January, but I already have a copy. And if you have, like, I think Fairy Loot or Illumicrate, you do as well. And this is Principal Moments. The Principle of Moments by Esme Jamaica Pearson. And this sounded really cool. It says that this is a love letter to Black readers of sci-fi and fantasy. Principal Moments is a symphonic, centuries-spanning adventure, unmissable for fans of the space-faring found family of Becky Chambers, the alternate London of V.E. Schwab, and the virtuosic climate craft of N.K. Jemisin, all of which are some of my favorite authors. I am very excited to read this book. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I have this really pretty copy. So yes, it comes out on the 18th of January. And the next one is Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer, and this comes out on the 23rd of January. So the next new release, also coming out on the 18th of January, I also already have a copy of because Fairy Loot, and that is Baybound by Sara El-Arifi. Again, I'm very excited for this book. It sounds so cool. It says, divided by blood, imprisoned by fate, bound by desire, welcome to the intoxicating world of the Fae. You know, I'm not normally a Fae girly, but sometimes I've been into it lately. And it really all depends. It really all depends on my thoughts. Like on the book itself, if I like Fae or not. So we are giving the Fae a good old college try again this year. The next one comes out on the 23rd of January, and that is Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third book in the Defy the Night series. Again, I haven't read the first book, but I own it. I've read other Bridget Kemmerer books, really enjoyed them. So again, I'm excited for this series to kind of wrap up and like binge the whole thing. The next one comes out on the 30th of January, and that is Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This is supposed to be a darkly seductive, witchy thriller where both men and demons lurk in the shadows and girls refuse to go quietly into the night. All right, also coming out on the 30th is Bone Pendant Girls by Terry Friedman. This one sounded really cool. It says, beware of the jewelry that calls to you. Andy Wynham has been able to communicate with spirits since she was a kid. When a bone pendant carved into the likeness of a girl's face calls to her at a gem show in Pennsylvania, she can't resist buying it and a sister piece. When she discovers the girls are missing runaways and the pendants are made of human bone, Andy is drawn to the mystery that will force her to confront her gifts, her guilt, and the ghost haunting her. Pendant girls Mariah and Benny urge Andy to find a man they call Fisherman, a master of disguise. Teaming up with a handsome PI and a South Carolina sheriff, Andy must find the girls' bodies and put their souls to rest before Fisherman casts his deadly net to trap Andy. I don't know, set in the Carolinas. Y'all know I love me some Carolinas. I lived in North Carolina, not South. But, like, I love the Carolinas. And then the last book also comes out on the 30th, and that is The Dark Fable by Catherine Harbour. It says, magical heist, deadly secrets. Come along for the ride, if you dare. This heart-stopping, seductive fantasy is perfect for fans of Six of Crows. Evie is an orphan who has gone through most of her life unnoticed. Caught up in a dramatic heist and captures the attention of Dark Fable. They have chosen her for she can turn invisible. This skill would make Evie a treasured asset to the legendary group of thieves, known for spiriting away obscure and occult artifacts. She can't resist the allure and is eager to join her newfound family, but discovers that there are more skeletons in Dark Fable's past than she could have ever imagined. These secrets might be the answer to her own tragic past. No one is who they seem to be, and the price of uncovering Dark Fable's cryptic history might be fatal. Again, that sounds really cool. Like, there's so many good books coming out in January. These are just the tip of the iceberg. These are just the top 10. So feel free to go check out that blog post and let me know what books you are most excited for January. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Jessie, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.